Most e-bike batteries don't fail because they're old. They fail because of everyday habits that slowly wear them out. The frustrating part is that most riders don't even realize they're doing anything wrong. A few simple changes can help your battery last years longer while keeping more of its original range. In this video, we'll go through the biggest mistakes people make, explain what's really happening inside your battery, and share practical tips that can save you hundreds on an early replacement. Let's get started. Before we get into the tips, it's worth understanding one thing that confuses a lot of riders. Every lithium-ion battery has a limited lifespan, and you'll often hear numbers like 500 or 800 charge cycles, but that doesn't mean the battery suddenly dies after reaching that number. A charge cycle simply means using the equivalent of one full charge. Charging from 50% to 100% is only half a cycle. So doing that twice equals one full cycle. More importantly, when manufacturers say a battery is rated for 800 cycles, they're usually referring to the point where it still holds around 80% of its original capacity, not 100%. That means the battery is still usable, but you'll notice shorter rides before needing to recharge. The good news is that your daily habits have a huge impact on how quickly you reach that point. Let's start with the biggest mistake. Many riders charge their battery to 100% after every ride, even if they only use a small portion of the battery each day. The problem is that lithium-ion batteries don't enjoy sitting at full charge for long periods. Keeping them at maximum voltage puts extra stress on the cells, which slowly reduces their capacity over time. For everyday riding, it's much better to keep your battery somewhere between 20% and 80%. If your e-bike allows you to set a charging limit, use it. If not, try unplugging the charger before it reaches full whenever you don't need maximum range. Of course, if you're planning a long weekend ride or a big commute, charging to 100% is perfectly fine. Just try to use the bike soon afterwards instead of letting it sit fully charged overnight or for several days. On the other end, avoid regularly draining the battery to zero. Running it completely flat every ride places additional stress on the cells. If your battery often drops below 10%, consider charging it a little more frequently instead of squeezing every last kilometer out of it. Heat is one of the fastest ways to shorten battery life. After a long ride, your battery is already warm from delivering power. Plugging it in immediately creates even more heat during charging. Instead, let it cool down to room temperature before connecting the charger. Storage matters too. Leaving your e-bike in direct sunlight, a hot shed, or inside a parked car during summer exposes the battery to temperatures that accelerate chemical aging. Cold weather isn't harmless either. Charging a battery while it's near freezing can cause permanent internal damage, because lithium doesn't move through the cells properly at very low temperatures. If you've been riding on a freezing day, bring the battery indoors and allow it to warm up naturally before charging. A little patience here can make a noticeable difference over the years. There are a few smaller habits that don't seem important on their own, but together they can significantly improve battery life. First, always use the charger recommended by your e-bike manufacturer. Even if another charger fits the connector, different voltage and charging profiles can affect battery health, and in some cases even create safety risks. Next, be careful with fast charging. Fast chargers are convenient when you're in a hurry, but they generate more heat inside the battery. Using one occasionally is perfectly fine, but relying on it every single day can reduce long-term battery lifespan. If you're storing your bike for several weeks or over winter, don't leave the battery completely full or completely empty. Around 50 to 60% charge is considered the ideal storage level. Check it every month or so and recharge it slightly if needed. Finally, don't forget your tire pressure. It doesn't directly affect the battery itself, but underinflated tires increase rolling resistance, forcing the motor to work harder. That means more energy is used on every ride, reducing both efficiency and overall range. Here's something many riders overlook. The battery doesn't just wear out while charging. It also experiences stress while delivering power. Constant full throttle acceleration, riding in the highest assist mode everywhere, or climbing long hills at maximum power, all create high current draw inside the battery. That extra current generates heat. And as we've already mentioned, heat is one of the biggest enemies of lithium-ion batteries. You don't have to ride slowly all the time. Instead, use the lowest assist level that comfortably gets the job done. Save turbo or boost mode for steep hills or when you genuinely need the extra power. Not only will your battery stay healthier, but you'll often gain noticeably more range from the same charge. One last thing to keep in mind before buying your next e-bike is battery replacement. Some brands use proprietary battery systems, meaning replacements are only available from that manufacturer. Others use more standardized systems, giving you more options if you ever need a new battery. It's always worth asking what a replacement battery costs before making a purchase. Taking care of your e-bike battery isn't complicated. Most of it comes down to a few smart habits. Avoid keeping it fully charged all the time. Don't let it regularly run completely flat. Keep it away from extreme temperatures and ride efficiently whenever you can. These simple changes can noticeably extend your battery's lifespan and help you enjoy more kilometers before it's time for a replacement. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more e-bike tips, and let us know in the comments which habit surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.